Stealing is good. So let's steal. We'll go to Google and will you choose what kind of animal you want to draw. Turtles are good. Symmetrical things are good. So I'm going to do turtle. T-U-T. Turtle. T-U-L-E. No, turtle. I spell turtle. T-U-R-T-L-E. Turtle. 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 I'm going to do turtle and images. Oh, there they are. Oh, cute. 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 This one's cute. Things in perspective are hard. Things that are flat are easy. Oh, look at turtle sandwich. Oh, turtle. You can do anything you want. Look how little this turtle is. Oh, look at this. This is like a turtle monster here, isn't he? Where are that? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, weren't they then? Oh, here we go. Here's a drawing. This will be a good one. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to steal from SeaWorld. There it is. I'm going to draw this turtle. Okay. To put this into Illustrator, you can copy and paste from the internet. So since I'm using the Firefox browser, I can right-click on my turtle drawing and I could say copy image. Right? Right-click on an image on the internet. You can say copy image. I can go over to Illustrator. I can make I'm going to start with a new file here, okay, and then I can go edit, paste, and the turtle should show up inside of Illustrator. Again, on the internet, you can go and copy. Let's see another one. Let's try another one. Oh, that one's cute. Look at this one. Ah, that's cute too. Again, right-click, copy image. Go over to Illustrator and say edit, paste. Paste. Boom. Now I got two of them. Two turtles. I don't know which one's cuter. I like the first one better. Now if you have an image, you know, the quality of the image of course counts. You know, right now this isn't a very good image quality. You can tell it's kind of blurry and small. And if I try and make it bigger in Illustrator, it's going to make it blurrier, but that's okay. It's okay if it's a little blurry. We're just using it as a template. So try and get an image into Illustrator of anything. It can be anything you want. Anything you want. Got an animal? Got an animal?
Yeah, it's very big in size.
You can zoom out. Remember, it's Command minus. What size image did you start with, though? Be careful of that. Did you say file new? When you said file new, file new for me. File new, new. And are you using 8.5 file? Okay, okay, okay. And then paste again for me. Okay, this is pretty big. Zoom out again. Command minus, minus, minus. Grab the edge. See the little dot? No, we're using your arrow. Yes. Scale. Okay, back on animal. Okay, here we're going to go. We're going to lock it. Why do we lock it? So that we don't have to move it. So we started looking at layers a little bit in the last class, I think. I don't remember if we did. But if we didn't, again, there's a thing called layers. And if I had a marker, I could write it on the board. Let's see here. Here we go. So inside of Illustrator, you have layers. L-A-Y-E-R-S. And inside there, it looks like the layers inside of Photoshop somewhat. You have layers inside there. You can name the layers. Okay, and layers layer up. So a layer on top of another one is going to be above it. Okay, it's going to be above it. So the bottom one right now is going to be my photo, basically, or whatever you want to call it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock it. It's going to be like a little padlock symbol, which means I can't move it. Because once you start drawing with a background like this, it's going to start moving things around, and that'll be a problem. So I'm going to kind of lock it. And then I'll make a new layer, and I'll start drawing above that. Okay, so how do I do that? Again, layers is located under Window, Layers, Window, Layers. I don't know what.
My picture, and then I click on my Illustrator, it should say page square.
I don't know.
You did Command V.
Oh, Command V.
Okay, again, here's layers. You can see them. If you do not see layers, you go under window layers. It might be jammed over here. Remember, you can move windows over. It might be jammed over here somewhere. It might be locked to another window. Windows can be, you know, next to each other. You might have it here. It's all the way over there. Look for it, and you can drag it out if you want by clicking on the words and moving them out. Again, next to the little eyeball, there's an eyeball that shows and hides. What's in a layer, so that way you can tell what's in which layer. See that? Next to the little eyeball in the layer window is a little empty one. That's the locker. So if I click on that, boom, it's locked. I can't move this. You'll see I get a little symbol that says you can't draw in this layer because it's locked. Next, I can go and make a new layer by hitting this little page peel that's in the lower corner here. If I hit this little create new layer, boom, it makes a new layer. In fact, you can name these layers. You might double click on the name of layer 1 and call it photo, like I did, so you know what's in there. And then in the one above, we'll call it turtle drawing, T-U-R, turtle. We'll just call it turtle. The other thing to look in this window, you'll notice there's some colors next to it. You'll see the little blue right here and then a little red right there. These two colors that are here are indicating when you select an object within that layer, it'll have this color around the object. So that when you have multiple, you know, you're going to have something that's going to have, you know, 100 layers. Hopefully, some of these things are very complex. They have a lot of layers. So by knowing what color an object is selected will help determine if, let you know which layer it's in because of the selection color. You'll learn about that a little bit later. So let's draw. Now when we draw with the pen tool, we're going to just, you don't have to put in colors yet. In fact, and think about how the objects are layered. Like this fin right here is behind the main shell, right? So I can just draw, boom, you know, make an object with the pen tool and not worry about what it looks like here because it's going to be covered up anyways, right? Same with this fin here. Same with maybe, when I'm making the shell, I can go from here to here because I might take the head part and put it over top of it. Does it make sense? So things might be hidden. And don't get stressed out about, hey, I gotta make it perfectly around here like this when I'm making the shell. I can just click from here to here, and then when I make this object, I can make the little loopy thing. Make sense? Okay, so let's, again, I'm gonna use the pen tool. I know if you don't like the pen tool, you can go and use the pencil if you want. Again, you could use the pencil. It's, where is it? I don't even know where the pencil's at. There it is. See the pencil, and you can just go around like that. That's not going to look very good. So don't use that. Use this one. This is the one we're trying. Okay, oops, I should take that object I just made and delete it though. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to use the pen tool. I'm going to go to default black and white. To go default black and white, you'll notice down here is this option. Next to the thing here, it says default. Fill and stroke will make it black and white. Don't worry, we'll add color later. I'm just going to make the objects first and then color them later. So this right here is a black and white. See it right here? Black and white. Click there and it'll default to black and white. Don't worry, we can, there it is. Black and white. Now I'm going to zoom in. Remember, Command plus is zooming in. Command minus, zoom out, zoom in. I'm going to hold the space bar down when I'm zooming. Gives you a hand and you can move it around. Move it around. Space bar is a hand. Try that. I'm using two hands here. Holding the space bar down with my left finger. And I'm using my mouse on my mouse, the other hand on my mouse to move it around. It's going to save you time. Again, I'm going to draw the fin. Here's how I'm going to draw it. I kind of usually start in a corner, maybe right here. Click, let my mouse up. And if you want, try and do as least amount of points. You can maybe make a little curve. Remember doing the curve? Go over here, maybe make a little round end so it's not so hard. Maybe make a little divot there. Look at the way I'm doing this. Clicking and holding things down. Now don't worry about what it looks like here, but always go back to the very first point. Boom, I made a fin. See if you can make something. Again, you can hold the mouse down to give you arcs. And when you're done, again, you hold the Command Shift A to deselect. If you're really struggling with doing the arcs and things, you can always, and let me delete this, you can always just put the points down with the pen tool, go boom, 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 boom. Okay, but that doesn't look very nice. It's kind of hard edged and stuff. But of course you can go here and convert them. Go convert them to smooth. See? Smooth. See? Smooth. Uh-huh.
Can I ask a question?
Uh-huh.
My computer, like, I click on the pen tool and the only thing that comes up is the pencil tool.
This tool right here, pen tool. Okay, everybody got one object? Let me do mine again. Hold on. Just give me a second. You're only getting the pen tool? Is that what or pencil
It
tool?
won't get any tool, and it won't, and then it won't draw anything. It just, is there a malfunction in the computer?
You're on the layer that's locked. You need to be in a layer above. Did you make another layer? Okay, make sure you're in that layer. Okay, so we got one fin. Oh, let's do this other fin over here. Here we go. I'm going to do this fin over here. Nice round curves. Nice round curves. Nice round curves. Make little ribs. They got little ribs there for that. And then boom, look at that. Oh, you'll love the pen tool. Look how complex that object was, and I just beat it out real quick. I've been using the pen tool, like I said, since 1988, so I know I make it look easy. Sorry. My finger. Hold on a minute.
After I work it around the thing, then we'll take the white on the inside after. And then I'll try and go on here. How do you figure that?
Well, you can turn off the fill and then fill it in later. By click on the there, click on the white, and then hit the no. And just make a black line around what you want, and then you go back and fill it in.
Okay. Yeah, really. So,
Or no, Command Shift A. Okay, let me draw. Again, I'm going to do the main shell. Let's do the main shell. I'm going to zoom out by using Command minus. And I'm going to use the main shell. Again, I can just find a nice spot you feel comfortable drawing. I'm just going to start right there. And I'm going to click there, kind of. And then it's going to go right over top. Remember? Say, there we go. Go around. Here we go. I'm going to go around. Round. Round. Don't worry about what it looks like here. We're going to come back. We're going to cover that up anyways. And always go back to the beginning. Boom. We got a shell. Then, of course, I got another fin over here. I'm going to draw a fin here. And don't worry about what it looks like here. We can move it to the back anyways. We'll move it behind this shell in a little bit anyways. Right? Don't worry about what it looks like here. We'll push it behind this one. Same with here. Up here, I might go like this. Do this fin here. Make them nice and curvy. Might make this up a little bit. It's already covering it a little bit. Don't worry about following it too close to the detail here. Here we go. And then don't worry about what it looks like there. It's going to be covered up anyways. Oh, but this one's going to be over top. And I can't see what it looks like here because it covered it up. Well, one thing you can do when you're drawing with these tools is to turn off the fill so that you're just drawing with black lines. Then you can go back and fill them later. Because right now I can't see certain things because they're hidden behind objects and so on. So what you might want to do is to turn off the fill right here while you're drawing. So I'm going to select all my objects by using Command A, select all objects, Command A, and then I'm going to go over here to where the fill is, the white area, and I'm going to turn the red thing and say no. So all I have is lines right now. I can go back and I'm gonna color them in. I'm gonna fill them in later, but I couldn't see what it looked like here because I need to make his neck here, but it was being covered up. So I turned off the fill for everything, and now I only have lines, like a coloring book, right? Here, even turn off the turtle and you see, oh look, it looks like a coloring book. Okay, so again, now I can go and draw his head. I'm gonna draw his head. Draw his head, neck here, go around. Don't worry about his lips. We'll give him different kind of lips later. Turtle lips. We'll call them turtle lips. And then we got turtle head. Okay. And don't worry about. We can add his eye if you want. Let's make a little curvy eye here. Little eye. And maybe let's zoom in. Again, I'm just drawing with no fill. And maybe draw a little bit more for his eye. And then maybe draw another one for his eye, a little black part, real detail in here. We'll do different multiple objects there. And then maybe his little lips right here, we might just draw a line for that. You don't have to do a complete object for some things. And then I don't know, maybe some lines for his neck. He has some neck lines there. There's one. Command Shift A, deselect, start again. Make some lines here for his neck. Command Shift A. Maybe some lines here for his neck. Command Shift A. And some lines for his neck. So, some things you can just make lines if you want. So again, I turned off the fill so I could see things that are underneath each other. And when I'm all done, I can then go and fill the objects in with color. So I can go with my black arrow, select an object, and then fill it in with some color. We're going to do some green, right? Green turtle. Select an object, fill it in. You can use the eyedropper to suck up a color if you want. Use the eyedropper so you choose the same color. Use the eyedropper, suck up the same color. Maybe make this one a little bit different color. There we go. And his head, maybe make that a little bit different color. And then, of course, we have some eyes in there. Make that a different color. Maybe make it a little brown. And then make this a little bit browner. And then make this one black. And then you might need to rearrange the order, right? Maybe this fin should be behind the shell. If you click on that, I can then move it maybe to the back, behind the objects. There we go. Alright, starting. This might need to be moved to the back too. Object, arrange. This is how you order things within one layer. There we go. That looks a little better. Hey, it's starting to look like a turtle now. Okay, so right here we fill this in with a color, but that's just one color. What if I want to put another color in there over top of this color? Like you'd have more than one color on an object. You can do that using the appearance window. And so I'm going to take the texture and put it in a fill that's over top of the green fill. If that makes any sense. Okay, so first I'm going to make my little pattern. I'm going to do a polygon. All right, let's do a polygon. And so I'm going to draw kind of a small polygon. And let me zoom in again. Oh, that's not a polygon. That's a rectangle. Let's do a polygon. And then I'm going to have no fill or no stroke. I'm going to turn a stroke off. And let's make my polygon kind of a darker green texture, some ugly texture like that. And I'm just going to make a polygon. Actually, you don't need to make more than one. You can just make one polygon. There we go. Kind of on an angle. So I made a little diamond. So a polygon. This one again is called polygon. I made a small one. And it's on a little angle, so it's not so square. Now I'm going to take this and put it over top of this, but some of the green I want to come through. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to make this into a pattern by selecting it and going underneath the pattern making thing, which was under Object, Pattern, Make. If you remember doing that, I think we did that last class. Object, Pattern, Make. And it's going to go into its pattern making thing. Just hit OK. That's what it's going to look like over top of my turtle. You can see what it will look like. It gives you a little, little look to it. And when you're all done, you can just say done up here. See where it says done? I would say done. And where does it store the pattern? Do you remember? Anybody remember where it's stored? Swatches, yes, in swatches. So here we go. I'm going to take that. I'm going to select my shell. And remember where to add a new fill is inside of the Appearance window. So again, I'm going to open up Appearance by going under Window, Appearance, Window, Appearance. And in the Appearance window, I'm going to drag that out so we can look at it for a moment. In the Appearance window, you'll notice it says Fill. You can see the green. It's telling you, hey, this is green. I want to add a new fill to this and add the pattern in that by clicking down here is where you got a new stroke and a new fill. One of these is new stroke and one's new fill. I think this is fill. This one's stroke and this one's fill. I'm going to add a new fill. See how I put a new fill there? And I'm going to choose the pattern. And you're going to click on the little pull-down menu here, and you'll see my little pattern right here. If I click on that, you'll see it's over top. Now, that doesn't look beautiful, but the point I'm trying to make is that you can have more than one fill. And, yeah, it doesn't look quite super beautiful. It wasn't a very good pattern. But, hey, it's an idea that I'm trying to give you that you can have more than one fill. This works good. A pattern, something like this, is a good way. All right, you want to do a texture? Look at that one. Whoosh. Or do, how about this one? Woo, look at that one. I don't know. Make a better pattern. I did this really quick. You can do another one. Let me try another pattern. How about we put some dots? Because it's kind of dirty. Maybe do a brush stroke. There we go. How about this kind of texture? There we go. Select that. Again, go Object, Pattern, Make. Hit OK. This is what it looks like there. Say Done. And then select my object, and let's put another. We could do another one. Let's put another one right over top. Another fill, and then choose a different pattern. There we go. Now we got. Oh, it's starting to get messy and ugly, isn't it? Ah, but there's also transparency. If you look inside this Appearance window, you'll notice that each of the fills that I put in there actually can have what's called, and let's twirl it down, you see there's an opacity to it. That opacity, there's a little triangle in the Appearance window, new fill, there's an opacity here, and that opacity can turn it down so it's not 100%, kind of blends with the one underneath it. Oh, look at that. Okay, that looks a little better. Twirl this one down a little bit here. And there's an opacity underneath the fill, the new fill, and you can turn the opacity down. Oh, that looks a little better now. Now I'm starting to get, look at the blending of textures. I can have all kinds of textures blended over top of each other in this window. Okay, so again, Appearance window is very useful. You can have multiple objects, multiple textures. That looks a little better than just a plain turtle, right? Somewhat. Yeah, it's a little bit too symmetrical. But try the different fills if you can. Try the opacities on them and see what you can do with that. Last thing. So my turtle is beautiful. It's done. Well, don't worry. We're going to draw more animals next class. We're going to draw a whole bunch of animals. Animals are fun to draw. Okay, so but the last thing I want to do is get rid of the scan or that digital piece and just be left with the turtle, right? Because I have like a little, you know, like a drawing behind here, right? So if you remember in the layer window, remember we had a photo, see, right? There's eyeball, look, there's my photo is still there. Okay, so you can hide it if you want, but it's probably better just to get rid of it completely because it's going to add to the file size of my file because it's an image that's part of it. So if you just click on it here, you can actually hit the trash can here and delete it. Are you sure you want to delete it? There's a little trash can in the lower corner of the layer window. You can hit that trash can and it'll go away. So now I don't have that drawing anymore. I'm left with just a turtle. And of course, which format should I save it in? I would save it in Illustrator and PDF. You get Illustrator. Turtle. Or file, save as, and maybe save it in PDF so that you can send it to your friend, your cousin, your uncle, your aunt, and they can see it on their computer. Right? Illustrator and PDF are both good formats to save as.